It really freaks me out when the attending is just standing there watching me in complete silence as I try to do something. If I'm trying to suture and he's just standing there silently with his arms crossed watching me, I know that it's supposed to be like a good thing because that means that they're like kind of trusting me to do it and they're watching to see if I'm doing anything wrong. And if they're not saying anything, that means I'm not doing anything wrong. But it's still just so much pressure. I had brought the patient into the operating room and we had everything set up so that we can intubate and get the anesthetic going and the induction perfectly. Like everything was ready because the anesthesiologist and I had done that together. And so then I was kind of helping move the patient and I was doing as much as I can. And then I keep doing what I'm doing. And he's kind of just, at a certain point, he stops like administering meds and he's kind of just standing there next to me and watching me, like letting me do things. I'm not sure how much he's expecting me or wanting me to do. So I'm kind of just doing as much as I can. And then I have everything set up and the patient is now anesthetized. And I'm bagging the patient with one hand and holding the mask with the other. And I'm looking and he goes, okay, good enough. Time to intubate. That's it? Just time to intubate? So then I started intubating and I look over and he's just watching me, not saying anything. I'm like, oh my God, am I doing something wrong? But I keep doing what I'm doing. And then finally, like, I get it. And then I'm like, okay. And I have everything in, the tube's in, and he goes, now you say styloid out. So I'm like, styloid out. And the nurse pulls the styloid out. And then he goes, advance it 2 centimeters. And so then I did. And then he kind of just carried on. Like everything was done. And then he's like, okay, finish up. So then I'm like, finish up. So then now I'm working on the air station, like moving tabs over and doing things. And he's just letting me do it all. Reflecting on that, that's really cool that he let me do all of that. And I really appreciate it, especially because he only stepped in when he really felt that he had to. On the flip side of that, later on, we had another patient that was a really hard intubation. And I was getting anxious because I just had that where he let me do everything. And so we're like looking at the patient, we're prepping, and he's like looking at me and I'm looking at the patient and he's looking at it and he's looking at the teeth and the teeth are loose. So he looks at it and he goes, it's okay, I'll take this one. That brought me so much relief because I'm all for trying as much as you can and learning as much as you can and getting as much hands-on experience. But I also I have to acknowledge my limitations, and that was definitely way beyond me. So I'm really glad that he stepped in when he did. Exhilarating day. I'm grateful that I'm working with people that let me learn and do as much as I can, but also I'm glad that they step in and stop me when I'm also beyond my comfort zone, because it's important to also acknowledge where your skills stop. Because I'll have to do stuff like that one day, but if I'm not ready for it now, there's no point in jumping into the deep end when I can't swim yet, you know? Working my way up, I'll get there eventually.